My beloved child, I know that when you hear these words, your heart will tremble. But let me explain, for my love for you is too great to remain silent. You have broken my heart. You turned your back on me while my arms were wide open, waiting to embrace you. I saw you struggling in loneliness, yet you refused to come to me for comfort. I was there, waiting for your prayers, for every cry from your heart. But you remained silent. That silence was not just a void between me and you, it was a wound deeply etched in my heart. I have seen every moment you forgot yourself, throwing yourself into life with all your strength, trying to please everyone, yet neglecting your own soul. I see your exhaustion, the weight of responsibilities and worries burdening your shoulders. I see the loneliness in your eyes as you try to maintain a strong exterior. But deep inside, I know you are battling silent pains, unhealed wounds, and cries for help that never found their way into words. My heart aches when I see you pouring out your energy for others, always ready to give without ever receiving. You have given love, care, and even sacrifice, yet you refuse to accept the care I offer you. My beloved child, why do you think you are unworthy of rest? Why do you believe that seeking comfort from me is a sign of weakness? I did not create you to carry everything on your own. You are not an endless source of strength. I, the Almighty, am the one who is ever full of strength for you. When you are weary, I want you to come to me. When you feel heavy, I want you to give that burden to me. But you have turned away from these gentle reminders. My beloved child, when you ignore my call, you are not just rejecting my help, you are wounding my heart. I am not angry with you, but I ache because I see you hurting yourself. I have placed clear signs before you. There are days when you wake up with an inexplicable heaviness, moments when you sit quietly and feel an unnamed emptiness in your heart. That is me trying to reach you. You've wondered why you feel drained without any clear reason. You've questioned why your prayers no longer bring the relief they once did. It is not because I have distanced myself from you. It is because you have distanced yourself from you. You have forgotten that I am not just the one you seek when you need to help others. I am also the one you need when you need to be loved and cared for. You rush forward as if, should you stop, everything would collapse. You bear heavy responsibilities, believing that if you don't hold it all together, everything will fall apart. But my child, you have forgotten that I am the one who holds all things together. It is not your strength or your efforts that keep this world turning. It is my mighty hand and boundless love. You keep striving day after day, trying to meet the expectations of others and yourself. You set impossibly high standards, pushing yourself to be perfect, always a pillar for others. But do you know, my beloved child, I never asked you to bear all this alone. I did not create you to be a lone warrior, facing every challenge on your own. I created you to live in connection with me, to know that you can fall into my arms at any moment. My beloved child, but you have not stopped to rest in me. You've been so engrossed in your tasks and goals that you've forgotten I am your safest refuge. You haven't allowed me to love you in the way I desire. My love is not reserved for you only when you are strong or successful. I love you even when you are weak, when you are tired, when you can no longer stand. My love does not require you to do anything to earn it because you have always been worthy in my eyes. You have built walls around your heart, thinking they would protect you from being hurt. You believe you must always be strong, that you're not allowed to be weak, that if you collapse, everything will fall apart. But, my dear child, it is these very walls that have kept you distant from me. You've locked yourself in loneliness while I stand outside, waiting for you to open the door. I do not want you to be someone who only gives and forgets to receive. You've become so accustomed to being the helper, the one who lifts others up, that you've forgotten you too need care. You too need love. I want you to know that you are not an endless source of strength. You don't need to strain yourself to prove your worth. You can rest in me, for I am your true source of strength. I know you think you need to prove your worth by constantly giving, but you've forgotten that your value does not lie in what you do. It lies in who you are in me. You don't have to sacrifice yourself to feel deserving of love. I have loved you before you ever did anything. My love is unconditional and it does not depend on your perfection. I want you to stop, rest in my arms. Let me refresh your soul and restore your strength. Allow me to enter the dark corners of your heart. Let me touch the places you've hidden, the places you fear to face within yourself. I do not come to criticize or condemn you. I come to hold you, to remind you that you don't have to keep struggling. You don't have to fight alone. Tear down the walls you've built around your heart. Allow me to love you the way I've always longed to. Stop. Rest in my presence. And let me renew your soul. I want you to know that it's okay to be weak. It's okay to fall into my arms and say you're tired. You don't have to hold everything together because I am the one who holds all things. I am the one steering the ship of your life. You only need to trust me, walk with me, and let me guide you through these weary days. You may think that stopping is a sign of failure, but to me, stopping to rest in me is a sign of wisdom and trust. When you stop, you are admitting that you need me, and that is when you are at your strongest. I did not create you to fight everything on your own. I created you to walk in companionship with me, to know that in every challenge, you always have me by your side. I have seen you pour out your heart and strength to care for those around you. You have placed the needs of others before your own, always ready to help, always extending your arms when someone is in need. But my child, there is something you have forgotten. I never called you to sacrifice yourself to the point of neglecting your own being. Do you think I am pleased to see you weary and exhausted? No, my beloved child, I have never desired that. I long to see you whole, strengthened, and renewed each day in my presence. I desire to see you laugh in freedom, walk in peace, and live with joy overflowing in your heart. Do you know that taking care of yourself is a part of honoring me? When you take time to rest, to recharge, to listen and tend to your soul, you are worshiping me by cherishing the gift of life I have given you. When you recognize your limits and dare to say no to things that overwhelm you, you are placing your trust in my provision, believing that I will take care of everything when you need to rest. My beloved child, listen to my voice within your heart. I have whispered gentle reminders in your ear, calling you to slow down, to rest, and to find peace in me. But you have been too busy, too caught up in the whirlwind of life to hear. You think that if you stop, everything will fall apart. But my child, I am the one who holds all things together, not you. You have forgotten that I am the provider. I do not only supply the needs of others through you, but I also supply for you. I am the refreshing water in the dry desert, the cool shade under the scorching sun of life. When you come to me, you will be renewed, nourished, and strengthened. You do not have to carry everything on your own. I know you have thought that caring for yourself is selfish, but, my child, that is a lie. When you take care of yourself, you create space for me to work in your life. A vessel cannot pour out to others unless it is first filled, and you cannot continue to love and serve others fully if you do not allow me to fill you first. My beloved child, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and feel my presence beside you. Let me remind you that you are allowed to rest, allowed to slow down, allowed to be weak. You do not have to be strong all the time, always resilient. I want you to know that even in your weakest moments, I love you with a complete and unchanging love. I have always been with you, watching over every step you take, every breath you inhale, but I have also witnessed the moments when you turned your back on yourself and on me. I have seen clearly each time you ignored the signs I sent. Not because I wanted to trouble you, but because I love you and do not want you to lose your way in your own journey. I have seen the pain creeping into your heart, the deep fatigue etched in your eyes, and the unspoken anxieties quietly lingering in your soul. You tell yourself, there will come a time when I will take care of myself, that everything will be fine when the time is right, and that I will listen when life is less chaotic. But my child, when is that right time? When will life be quiet enough for you to finally pause? Time will not come to you as a gift falling from the sky. It only appears when you choose to stop. The perfect moment is not something that naturally happens. It is something you must create by opening your heart and letting go. I am speaking to you right now because I do not want to see you pushed to the brink of collapse. I do not want to see you broken more than what is necessary for your growth. Challenges are part of the journey, but they are not the destination. I did not create you to live forever in pain or exhaustion. In my hands are healing and restoration, but you must be willing to receive them. I cannot force you to drink from my refreshing spring if you do not open your mouth and take it in. Do not wait any longer. Do not let busyness or worries dull my calling to you. The time for healing is now. I am opening my arms to welcome you back. You do not need to prove anything to me, for I already know all your efforts and sacrifices. I see how you have fought, how you have kept your faith, but I also see how you are slowly wearing down in that battle. I do not want you to collapse under a burden you were never designed to carry. Pause, my beloved child. Let me be the place where you find rest. Let me be the source of new strength for you. I do not only want to heal the wounds on your body, but I also want to touch the cracks in your soul. You do not have to walk this journey alone. I have been with you from the beginning, and I will not leave you until you step into the fullness I have destined for you. Let your heart be soft to my calling. Let me love you in the way you deserve to be loved. Do not be afraid to let go. Letting go does not mean giving up. It is the bravest act that allows me to step in. When you choose to rest in me, you will not only find peace, but also discover the true purpose and meaning of life. My child, I know you have been disappointed, you have been in pain, and sometimes you feel like you cannot go on. But I want you to remember that I am the God of restoration. There is no wound too deep that I cannot heal. There is no loss too great that I cannot turn into new hope. Every tear you shed I hold in my hands. Every sigh you breathe I hear, and I will not let your pain be meaningless. My beloved child, do you know that every time you force yourself beyond your limits, thinking it is a noble sacrifice, my heart aches? You believe that pushing through exhaustion is an act of service and faithfulness, but in truth, you are only wearing down your soul and body. You are pressing yourself into situations that are unnecessary, carrying burdens that are not yours to bear, and ignoring my gentle invitation to find rest in my embrace. I did not create you to be exhausted, to be drained in your journey of service. I desire for you to be strong, full of life, and whole in me. When you give, whether it be love, help, or sacrifice, I want you to give from the abundance I have poured into your heart, not from depleted energy or your own diminishing strength. The love you offer should flow naturally from a heart filled with my endless richness. But my child, I cannot fill hands that are clenched shut. I cannot pour into what refuses to open up to me. Do you understand that? You've been holding tightly onto so many things: responsibilities, fears, others' expectations, and burdens you believe you must carry. You've gripped them so tightly there's no room for me to touch you, to offer you the peace and strength you truly need. I do not want your love for others to come at the cost of your own depletion. I did not call you to sacrifice yourself to the point where you have nothing left to give to yourself. You cannot fully love others if you do not feel my love and care for you. Remember, when I created you, I did not just breathe the breath of life into you. I also placed within you a sacred purpose. That purpose is not to drain yourself until you are empty, but to live in balance between giving and receiving, between serving and resting, between action and stillness. I created you not just to labor, but to enjoy my presence, to find joy in the peace and restoration I offer you. Oh, my child, have you ever wondered why I rested on the seventh day after creating the world? I was not tired, but I did it to teach you an important lesson. Rest is not laziness or weakness. It is an essential part of the rhythm of life I established. When you rest, you allow your soul to be renewed. You make space for me to refill what has been depleted, and you become more prepared to step into new seasons with strength and wisdom from me. You think you must do everything on your own, that you cannot pause because if you rest, everything will fall apart. But my child, you are not the one who holds this universe together. I am. I am the one in control of all things, and I do not need you to carry burdens beyond your capacity. You only need to be faithful with what I've entrusted to you and leave the rest to me. When you learn to let go and rest in me, you will realize that peace and strength come from trust, not from relentless striving. Open your heart, my beloved child. Let me enter those places you've kept closed for so long. Release your grip on the things you think you must control and place them in my hands. Your hands can only receive when they let go. Your heart can only be filled when it is ready to open. I cannot force you to receive rest and peace if you do not accept them. Take time each day to be with me, not out of duty or obligation, but because you need it for yourself. Seek the quiet where you can hear my voice gently speaking into your heart. I do not want my voice to be just a faint echo in the busyness of your life. I want my voice to become the very heartbeat within you, the source of inspiration and strength in every breath you take. You were not created to run endlessly without rest. You were created to live in harmony with me, to find joy and fulfillment in every moment. Every second you spend resting in me is not wasted time. It is a time of renewal, refreshing, and preparation for the journey ahead. My beloved child, I know that life can be full of challenges, and there are times when you feel you cannot stop for fear that everything will fall apart. But trust me, when you rest in me, you will not only find peace, but also discover a strength greater than anything you have ever known. This strength does not come from your own efforts, but from my very presence within you. You believe that your efforts are the threads holding everything together, that if you let go, everything will crumble like irreparable fragments. But do you know? That is merely an illusion you have believed for far too long. You have forgotten that I am the one who holds everything in my mighty hands. I am the one who created this universe and keeps it spinning each day. It is not you, not your strength, not your exhausting efforts. You are but a small part of the grand plan I designed long before you were born. I am the foundation upon which everything stands firm. If I do not shake, nothing can fall apart. And if something leaves your life, it is not because you lack the strength to hold on, but because I am clearing the way for you to step into something better. When I call you to rest, it is not merely a gentle invitation. It is a warning born out of my deep love for you. I know what lies ahead of you. I see the twists and turns you have yet to encounter, the challenges you cannot yet imagine, and the opportunities you will not be able to seize if you are not strong enough. If I tell you to care for yourself, it is because I have already seen what you will need when that time comes. Do you remember the story of the prophet Elijah? When he was exhausted and wanted to give up, I did not rebuke him for his weakness. Instead, I gave him rest and nourished him with bread and water because the journey ahead was long and he needed strength. Likewise, I do not want you to continue rushing through life with weary feet and an empty heart. I want you to be renewed each day in my presence so that when the storm comes, you will not be swept away. My child, I see more clearly than your eyes can perceive. I see the things taking shape in your life that you do not yet understand. And I know that if you do not listen to my voice, if you do not take time to rest and care for yourself, you will reach a point of exhaustion where you have nothing left to give, no strength to continue on the path I have set for you. Right in this very moment, I am whispering into your heart a question that only you can answer. Are you truly listening to my voice? Are you opening your heart to receive my words, to engrave them deep within your soul? Or will you continue to chase the unending rhythm of life, pushing yourself forward until you have no strength left? I did not create you to live in fatigue and exhaustion. I do not desire to see you collapse under the weight of burdens I never intended for you to carry. Do you know that some of the things you are carrying do not belong to you? They are responsibilities and worries you have taken upon yourself, thinking you need to keep everything under control. But my dear child, I never called you to live that way. I see you every time you wake up with a heavy heart, trying to smile while your soul screams in silence. I see the nights you toss and turn, worrying about the future, about things beyond your control. I see you sweating, striving relentlessly to keep everything together while inside you are slowly breaking. And my dear child, my heart aches when I see you like this. I do not want to see you merely existing, clinging to each breath so fragilely. I want to see you bloom like a flower in the morning sun, radiant with life and complete joy in me. I want you to walk, not with weary feet, but with a heart overflowing with love and the peace that only I can give. Pause, my beloved child. Come closer to me, not with burdens on your shoulders, but with a heart ready to let go. Lay it all down, the burdens you've carried for too long, the fears that have clung to you like shadows, and the relentless striving you think you must hold on to. Let me restore you. Let me touch the wounds in your heart, the hidden scars you don't want anyone to see. Let me heal the broken parts within you, the forgotten desires, the abandoned dreams. I want to restore what you've lost and refill what has been drained from your soul. Do you remember the story of the woman at the well? She came with an empty jar, not just seeking water for her body, but searching for something to quench the thirst in her soul. When I told her I could give her living water, she didn't understand at first. But when she opened her heart to receive me, she left that well not just with a full jar, but with a soul revived. You are the same, my beloved child. You have come to the well of this life, trying to draw every drop of strength every drop of hope from sources that never satisfy. But now I invite you to come to me, so I may give you the living water you will never need to seek elsewhere. I don't just want to restore you so you can keep going. I want to see you live a life full of freedom and peace. I want you to know you don't have to do everything on your own. You don't need to carry this world on your small shoulders. I am here, and I will be your strength, your refuge, your endless source of life. You think that if you stop, everything will fall apart. But my child, I am the one who holds all things together. I hold your life, your dreams, and even those you love. It is not you, but I who keeps everything standing firm. If you feel you have nothing left to give, it's because you've forgotten that you need to be filled before you can pour out. My love for you is not a reward for your hard work. It is a gift I give freely and unconditionally. I love you not for what you do, but because you are my child. Let go of the pressure to always be strong. Let me embrace your weakness and turn it into strength. Let me lead you into a new season of rest and restoration, where you will not only find yourself again, but find me in a deeper way than ever before. Do you know that in stillness I will speak to you? In quietness I will whisper the secrets of my kingdom into your heart. The things you cannot hear when you are too busy, too hurried, will become clear when you spend silent moments with me. Trust in me, my beloved child. Let me be your source of life, your breath, the only strength you need. When you lay down your burdens and come to me with an open heart, you will realize that you don't have to do anything to deserve my love, for you have always been worthy. So, come to me. Don't wait until you are completely exhausted. Don't wait until your heart can no longer find the strength to love. Come to me now, my beloved child. Let me hold you, restore you, and lead you into a life you never dared to dream of. A life overflowing with joy, peace, and my endless love. Do you know that every cell in your body is the result of my meticulous and boundless love? I created you not by chance or haste, but with all the care and clear intention from my heart. I wove every fiber of your being in your mother's womb, placing in you not just life, but a divine purpose so profound that even you cannot fully comprehend it. Every beat of your heart, every breath you take, is not just a sign of life, but a reminder that I am present in every moment of your existence. My spirit is your breath, your quiet but unending source of strength. And even when you cannot see with your physical eyes, I am always by your side, upholding and protecting you with every step you take. But my beloved child, I have seen how you treat your own body, and it grieves my heart. You have not cherished the body I have given you, as if it were merely a tool for survival, as if it were not the masterpiece I crafted with my own hands. You have neglected the sacred temple where I dwell. Do you remember that my spirit lives within you? Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is the place I have chosen to inhabit, the temple I have sanctified. Every step you take, every action you perform, every thought you nurture, all reflect my presence within you. But when you neglect your body, when you ignore its weariness, when you do not listen to the silent cries of your flesh, you are rejecting the precious gift I have given you. Do you not know, my beloved child, that your body is a priceless gift? It is not a burden for you to drag through each day, not something to abandon until it can no longer endure. Your body is my masterpiece, the sacred work I created with infinite love. I gave it to you not just to live, but so that you would become the dwelling place of my spirit, where my light and power shine through your every action and breath. You think that as long as your soul is turned toward me, that is enough. But, my child, I created you as a perfect harmony of soul, body, and mind. When one part of you is neglected, your whole being loses the balance I intended. You cannot worship me with your whole heart if your body is crying out in exhaustion and pain. Look at how I have created everything around you. The sun rises each morning, bringing light and warmth to the world, then sets to make way for the darkness and rest. Even nature has its rhythm, its own cycles. So why do you think you can keep going endlessly without giving yourself time to recover? Do you realize that rest is not a sign of weakness, but a gift I have given you to renew yourself, to make you stronger? I have seen you working tirelessly, pouring all your energy into caring for others, fulfilling responsibilities you believe you cannot escape. But you have forgotten one thing. I did not call you to sacrifice yourself to the point of exhaustion. I called you to love others from the abundance I pour into you, not from your depleted strength. You cannot fill someone else's cup when your own is empty. You cannot be a light to others when the flame within you is fading. I want you to be filled first so that you can share my love and light with others without feeling drained or lost. I know you have allowed the rush of this world to sweep you away. You race against time, trying to meet the expectations and standards set by people. You let the noise around you drown out my gentle voice. The worries, distractions, and burdens of daily life have worn down your soul, little by little, until you feel like just a shadow of yourself. You have forgotten that you were not meant to live this way. But today, my beloved child, I am speaking blessings over your life. Today, I am calling forth my divine healing to flood your body, mind, and soul. I do not want to see you continue living in exhaustion and pain. I declare that the weariness that has seeped into every cell of your being will be lifted. The aches and pains that have tormented you day by day will be soothed. The exhaustion that clings to you like an unbearable weight will be completely removed. For I am the Lord, your God. I am the one who restores what has been broken. I mend what has been torn apart. I breathe new life into what has become weak and depleted. Nothing is beyond my power to heal. There is no pain too deep, no wound too great, no fatigue too heavy that I cannot touch and renew. You have forgotten that you are not the one who must carry everything on your shoulders. It is I who uphold you, who hold your life in my mighty hands. You do not need to fight alone. I am here always patiently waiting for you to return, to let go of the unnecessary burdens and allow me to carry them for you. My child, why do you think I care only for your soul and not for your body and mind? I am not just the Lord of your soul. I am the Lord of your whole being, body, mind, and soul. I want to see you healthy from the inside out, full of life and joy, not merely surviving each day, but living fully in every moment. You have become too accustomed to ignoring the warning signs. When your body aches, you think you just need to push a little harder. When your mind is weary, you believe you simply need to persevere a bit more. You have forgotten that I never called you to live in exhaustion. I have called you to live in prosperity and peace, in the abundance of love and strength that I have prepared for you. Today, I am calling you to stop and listen. Listen to my gentle voice in your heart, the invitation to return to the source of life. Let go of what does not belong to you, the worries, burdens, and weariness this world has placed upon your shoulders. Give it all to me. I do not merely want to see you survive the difficult days. I want to see you flourish, shine, and live in my fullness. Do you remember that I once restored those who had collapsed on the brink of despair? I healed the sick, revived the hopeless, and brought back to life what seemed dead. I opened the eyes of the blind, made the lame walk, and even called the dead to rise again. So why do you think I cannot do the same for you, my beloved child? I know what you have been through. I see the sleepless nights weighed down by worry. I see the silent tears you've shed, the pain you've been too afraid to share with anyone. But I also see the hidden strength within you, a strength you have yet to recognize. And I want to awaken that strength, to breathe new life into you, so you can not only stand but walk forward with renewed faith and confidence. Do not let your past define your future. Do not allow failures, wounds, or fatigue to become barriers, preventing you from embracing greater things. I have prepared a new journey for you, a journey filled with hope, joy, and restoration. But to step into that journey, you must be willing to release what is holding you down. I am not saying you will face no difficulties on this path, but I promise you this: you will never have to face them alone. I will be with you, holding your hand through every challenge, lifting you when you feel weak, and reminding you that you are never alone. Open your heart to me, my beloved child. Let me into those hidden corners of your soul where you have long concealed your pain and exhaustion. I will not only heal you, but renew you, restore you, and make you stronger than ever before. Today is the day of a new beginning. Let me take away your weariness, soothe your aches, and lift every burden pressing down on your shoulders. For I am your Lord, the one who restores all that has been lost, the one who heals every wound, and the one who gives you new life in my endless love. I have placed within you treasures more precious than gold and silver, sources of strength and abilities beyond what you can imagine. I have woven you with the deepest wisdom and love. Every cell in your body, every breath you take, bears the imprint of my hand. But the gifts I have given you are not merely for survival. They are for you to live a life of fullness and profound meaning. I have equipped you with everything you need for this journey. But my dear child, it is you who must choose. You must choose to trust in what I have laid before you, to walk forward with the awareness that you are not just a small being in this vast world, but a part of the grand and wondrous plan I ordained since the foundation of creation. I did not create you to live a life of weariness and exhaustion, but for you to shine like a lamp on a mountaintop, radiating my light into the world. I bless your body right now with complete renewal. I declare that every cell within you will be filled with the life and energy I placed there from the very beginning. Every system in your body, cardiovascular, respiratory, nervous, will function according to the perfect design I have set in place. No illness can stand against my power. No fatigue can hinder the renewal I am pouring over you. I call forth strength into your bones, so that every step you take will no longer feel heavy, but will be firm and strong. I breathe clarity into your mind, so that the fog of doubt, anxiety, and confusion will dissipate, making way for the light of wisdom and peace from me. I declare restoration over every cell in your body, so that every wound, no matter how small, will be healed, and every ache, no matter how deep, will be soothed. Do you know, my beloved child, that I do not only see your outward appearance, but I see deep into your heart. I see the fears you dare not speak, the wounds you try to hide, and even the dreams you've abandoned, thinking they could never come true. But I say to you, nothing is impossible with me. No dream is too big, no hope too distant when you place your trust in me, oh my child. Do not let present struggles make you forget that you were created to overcome, not to be defeated. I did not promise the journey would always be easy, but I promise that I will always be by your side. Every step you take, every challenge you face, I have already seen, and I have prepared you with the strength to overcome them. Do you think you are too weak? I tell you, it is in your weakness that my strength will be revealed. Do you feel lost? I am the one who guides you. My light will illuminate every step you take. Do you feel exhausted? Let me renew you. Let my living water flow within you, restoring everything that has been depleted. You have walked through difficult seasons, but a new season is coming. I am leading you into a time of renewal and restoration. What once brought you down will now become a testimony of my power and faithfulness. I will turn every pain into strength, every wound into an opportunity for you to grow and shine. Oh, my beloved child, open your heart to receive the healing and blessings I am giving you. Do not cling to burdens that do not belong to you. Lay them at my feet and let me carry you. You do not have to bear everything alone, for I am the one who has promised never to forsake you, never to leave you. I know you have spent your life striving tirelessly, pushing yourself against the pressures of life, trying to achieve what you believe I expect from you. But do you know this? I did not call you to live in constant busyness, nor do I desire for you to sacrifice your peace for fleeting pursuits. There are seasons for work, but there are also seasons for rest. And now, I am calling you to step into this season of rest. Beloved child, do not think that your worth lies in what you can accomplish. Do not let the pressures of this world convince you that your value only exists when you are busy or when you achieve something. You are valuable simply because you are my child, for I created you with my very own love and care. My love for you does not depend on what you do, but on who you are. I blessed your body even before you knew of my presence. I wove together every cell, every vein within you with infinite precision and wisdom. Now I declare renewal over every cell in your body. I proclaim that your organs will function powerfully and perfectly, exactly as I designed them from the very beginning. I restore your muscles, making them flexible and full of life, so that you will not just live, but live with the strength and energy that comes from me. I bless your eyes so you may see clearly, not just the world around you, but also to recognize the signs and guidance from me. I renew your ears so you can hear my whispers in the quietest moments and discern my voice even amidst the noise of life. Your hands, my beloved child, I bless with skill and dexterity, so that whatever you do brings life and meaning. Your feet, I grant strength to walk firmly on the path I have laid out for you, without fear or hesitation. Your voice I bless to become an instrument that brings life. Every word you speak will offer encouragement, healing, and hope to those around you. Your entire being, from body to soul, will reflect my goodness and glory. You are not just a small individual in this world. You are the light I have placed to shine through the surrounding darkness. But, my beloved child, for all these things to come to pass, you must learn to rest in me. Rest is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It is an act of trust. When you rest, you are showing that you believe I am the one who holds everything together, that you do not need to control everything for things to go according to plan. You have spent too much time trying to carry burdens that were never meant for you. You have told yourself that you must do more, achieve more, and that stopping is not an option. But today I tell you this: you do not have to carry all of that on your shoulders. I am here to bear the burden with you. I am here to uphold you when you feel weak, to renew you when you feel exhausted. Do you know? I have placed within you a sacred rhythm, a balance between work and rest. I created the Sabbath not just to follow a rule, but to remind you that you need rest to be restored, to reconnect with me and with yourself. Do not let busyness steal the precious moments you could spend listening to me, finding peace and joy in my presence. Beloved child, remember that rest is not only a physical act, but also a state of the soul. When you choose to pause, when you choose to lay down your worries and place them at my feet, you will find a freedom you have never known. You will realize that in the stillness, I am working far more than you could ever imagine. I do not want you to live a life consumed by work, merely struggling to survive. I want you to live a life filled with joy and fulfillment. I want you to wake up each day with excitement, knowing you are living in the purpose I have set for you. But for this to happen, you must learn to rest in me so that I can renew you from within. Trust that while you rest, I am still at work. When you release control, I am holding everything together. I will never leave you, never abandon you on this journey. I am the one who began the good work in you, and I will bring it to completion until the very end. My beloved child, this is not just an ordinary reminder. This is a sacred moment, a divine call for you to pause and reflect on the path you have taken. Let this moment be a significant milestone in your life's journey, a point where you not only hear my voice but also choose to step into the fullness of life I have destined for you. You have lived too long in resignation, accepting pain, illness, exhaustion, and stress as if they are inevitable parts of life. But my dear one, I did not create you to live in weakness and limitation. I created you for abundant life, for wholeness and strength. I do not want you to merely exist. I want you to live, truly live, with all the joy, freedom, and health I have promised you. So let this be your turning point. Let this moment mark the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where you choose life over depletion, where you honor the body I have given you as a sacred gift, where you trust in the healing and restoration I have declared over you long before you became aware of my presence. No more, my child. No more will sickness have power over you. No more will weakness be your portion. No more will stress and anxiety occupy your mind and steal the peace I have placed in your heart. You are my child, and my desire for you is not weariness or pain, but wholeness, fulfillment, and prosperity. Therefore, my beloved child, I say to you, rise up. Rise up in the strength I have placed within you before you were born. Rise up in faith, believing that the words I have spoken will not return void. Rise up and declare that you are healed, that you are restored, that you are not a victim of circumstances but a victor through my endless love. Remember, you do not walk alone. You are covered by my love, a love that never changes, never fades, no matter how many trials you face. You are protected by my mighty hand, the hand that has guided you through life's storms, that has upheld you when you felt weak and thought you could not go on. You are filled with my presence, a presence that renews your soul, illuminates your path, and grants you peace that surpasses all understanding. Do not doubt my promises, my beloved child. I am not a man that I should lie, nor am I one who breaks promises. Every word I have spoken will come to pass. I am faithful, and I will fulfill all that I have promised. Even when your eyes do not see the results, even when your heart is filled with doubt, know that I am working behind the scenes, arranging everything for your good. Do you not know the trials you face are not signs of abandonment, but opportunities for your faith to be tested and strengthened? I allow you to go through hardships not to break you, but to help you recognize the strength I have placed within you. I want you to know that even when you feel at your weakest, I am there, strong and mighty, upholding you every step of the way. So, do not be afraid. Do not let the lies of the enemy make you forget who you truly are. You are not a failure. You are not weak. You are chosen, a child of the Most High, an heir to everlasting promises. You are equipped to conquer, to overcome, and to live a life full of purpose and vitality. Stand firm in this truth. Let your faith become an unquenchable flame, lighting your path and igniting hope in the hearts of those around you. Let my love be an inexhaustible source of strength, renewing your soul each day and overflowing through you to touch the lives of others. My beloved child, this is the moment for you to step out of the shadows of doubt and into the light of truth. This is the time for you to lay down the burdens that have weighed on your shoulders for far too long and embrace the freedom I have purchased for you with my very love. Now come to me so I may renew your soul and lift up your prayer with all reverence. Dear Lord, open my eyes to recognize that my body and soul are precious gifts you have given me. Help me to no longer take lightly the life you have bestowed and to cherish myself as you have created me. Lord, teach me to hear your gentle calling in the quiet moments. Grant me the grace to yield and not ignore your loving reminders, so I may live according to the purpose you have set upon my life. Dear Lord, help me understand that caring for myself is not selfish, but obedience to you. Let me love my body, mind, and soul as you love me, and not allow myself to be exhausted by burdens that do not belong to me. Lord, teach me to pause and rest in your presence. Help me understand that rest is not weakness, but wisdom and trust in you, the one who holds all things in your hands. Lord, I surrender all my worries and burdens to you. Please help me let go of the thought that I must control everything and trust that you are the one who sustains and upholds my life each day. Dear Lord, I pray for healing over my body, mind, and soul. Restore what has been broken, replenish what has been depleted, and grant me new strength from the abundance of your love. Lord, help me recognize that my worth is not based on what I do, but on who I am in you. Teach me to delight in myself as you delight in me, even in my weaknesses and struggles. O Lord, grant me the wisdom to know when to pause, when to care for myself, and when to seek you for renewal. Help me not to ignore the warning signs you place before me. Lord, teach me to love myself the way you love me. Help me understand that I cannot love others fully if I do not love myself with gratitude and respect for what you have given. Dear Lord, may your peace fill my mind and heart. Help me release all anxiety, stress, and insecurity, so I may live in the rest and ease you have prepared for me. Lord, I pray for renewal in every part of me, my heart, mind, body, and soul. Breathe new life into the places that have grown weary and weak, and help me walk in the fullness you have prepared. O Lord, I offer everything to you, all my efforts, all my burdens, and every concern within my heart. Help me live each day with gratitude, trusting in your love and guidance, and walking in the abundant life you have given me. I pray this in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any meaningful and life-giving messages from God. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fulfilled in His love. Amen.